and welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine, and this is going to be the weekly reading from October 23rd until the 31st. We have what the masculine is thinking, what he should be thinking, how he feels, how he should feel, what blocks or challenges he might currently have, and how to move through them. Same as for the feminine. We also have advice for the masculine and advice for the feminine up top. And we have advice for the union here. And what would the masculine like the feminine to know? And what would the feminine like the masculine to know? So let us begin. First we have secrets. Ending. Peace. And the Fool. The Fool. So again, he wants to have peace. He wants to reveal how he feels, reveal these secrets. There goes your siren again. Masculine, it's like clockwork. There it went. And perhaps he's wanting to not have this be the end. You know, he's wanting there to be peace. So let's delve deeper. Secrets. Secrets are his regrets. Vivido, widower. Unfortunate event. So this is him being regretful over, you know, how things ended. Or what transpired that was unfortunate. Catastrophic. The house is burned down to the ground. Let's see, ending. Ending. Ending, we got La Fidelta, which is fidelity, relationships, faithfulness. Il Pensiero, which is somebody who's reflecting on things or in deep thought, trying to figure out a way of how to, again, reveal these things. And then we have Denari, which could mean money. Because again, there's your siren. Again, money might be an issue, or he's, thinking about how to express how he, you know, wants to be faithful now, or wants a relationship, and how he values you. And that's why there's regrets in regards to how things ended. Or this is him trying to figure out a way, how to figure out a way to get some money together to get out of his karmic situation, if you throw in the third party storyline. But again, this could be him trying to figure out a way how to express how he wants to be faithful to you, or how maybe he wasn't faithful to you in the past, or loyal. You know, and that was the unfortunate thing. See, peace. We got La Alegría, which is, you know, celebrations, get-togethers, people we cherish. And then we have La Mica. So that's why this is on peace. He doesn't want to be at odds with you anymore. And he wants there to be peace and happiness and reuniting. Fool, we got La Donna Servizio, which is the servant, the helper, someone who's reliable, dependable, who you view as someone who's there for you. In the Fool, we have also La Lettera. So this is the love letter or the expression of the feelings to this person who is the feminine. And L'Amante, which is the female lover. So again, this is the feminine, or looking to have her also express love to you so that this new beginning can be had and things can turn around for the better. Fortuna. The Wheel of Fortune can turn. And then you got the male lover here too. So this is, wanting a relationship, wanting to get together, want to give love and receive love, wants there to be peace, wants to unleash the burdens that he's been carrying, expressing how he feels. Wow, so you get the reunion too. Yeah, wants a relationship, wants to be with the feminine. And this is about having a conversation about that. So he's in it this week, people. Good for you, masculine. And how he should be thinking. The universe wants you to have the strength. Fair, gray-haired man. Somebody who's in their 40s or 50s or older. It's also someone who's mature. So they're telling you, have the strength. Show how you've matured, show how you've changed and learned and grown. And then you have barrier. So this could be, don't let your thoughts keep you trapped. Or they're wanting you to overcome whatever barrier might be in the way to make this happen. And then you got bad news. Is they're telling you, don't stay in fear. Or fear is your barrier, that you're needing to not be afraid. You're needing to do what it is that you're thinking. Get out of the thinking and actually do it. And not let fear be your barrier. And let's see. Barrier. We got stanza, which is, secrets. Giovine Fanciulla, which this could be again them telling the masculine to, reveal the secrets, reveal your attraction or your affections for the feminine. Again, not letting fear or fearing the worst be the barrier to keep you from revealing these secrets. Also, if you're in the karmic situation, the barrier being you still needing to reveal to that person that you want to leave. Again, it could be both, needing to reveal to both. Bad news, we got messengare, which is message from a distance. So you fearing sending the message. Which is the barrier. You revealing the secrets of how you feel. Bad news, they got regrets. So they're telling you, oops, Get out of your regrets. Get out of your woes. Get out of your fear. And reveal your love. Reveal the lies and deception. Reveal the regrets. Reveal thyself. Free thyself. Heal thyself so you can move forward. Have the strength to do that. As I said, free your mind and your ass will follow. And that's what happens. If you free your mind, if you free your thoughts, your ass will follow. You'll put in some action to get going, to get moving, to get hustling, to get on your next phase of your journey, to let the karma cycle end. You know, so free your mind. That's an old George Clinton song. Free your mind and your ass will follow. Strength, we got morte. Death, change, transformation. Casa. Allegrare al cuore. This is, you know, lightheartedness, happiness, joy. This also could be the three-party situation, needing to end. You know, make three wheels into two wheels. You know, this could be the end. They're telling you to have the strength to end your current living situation so that you can be reunited and have happiness and joy. So I'm telling you to have the strength to do that, or, you know, to let things change, end, so that new beginnings can be had. And so we move on next to how he feels about the feminine. He's got romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Hey, what happened to my jazz? There it goes. And there's new love. Because he's feeling the feelings. And he wants to give the relationship a chance. That's what he's feeling like. And how he should feel. Passion. Darling, I missed you so much. This guy, look at his face. He looks like he's about to, I don't know what's going on in this picture here. Okay. We got forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. He wants there to be forgiving and learning. But you know, the feminine is more like this guy's expression. He's like, oh, really? Really? But they're saying to the masculine, reveal your passions. It's all about forgiving and learning and having those heart-to-heart conversations. Again, reveal thyself. Have the strength to do that. Get out of your fears. Get those blocks out of the way and honestly discuss your feelings. And then, what might be blocking or challenging is gossip. This is heart chakra. Opening the heart, expressing one's feelings, saying how we feel. And then we have the root chakra. Because we're too much in our thoughts, trying to get everything perfect. Waiting and waiting and waiting, trying to find a perfect moment. Instead of just jumping in. You know, you'll be waiting around forever if you're trying to get just the right thing or the right, you know, it's, the time is now. And how you can move through them is like, get out of your fears. Stop, you know, fear and rejection. This is connecting to your higher self. It's crown chakra. And let shit die. Completion. So they were telling you there, you know, with the death card, the morte. Let the cycle end. Free yourself. Let it go and let it flow. Let stuff complete so that you can free yourself. And let's read from the cards, and that's sacral chakra. Perfection. Perfection. I have the same high standards for myself as I have for others. Inspirational message. Are you being too hard on yourself and consequently on others? Begin to look for what's right and good in your world, and you will see it. So it's changing your perspective instead of, focusing so much of what's been lost. Look at what can be gained if you speak up, if you make a move, and get out of the ruminating thoughts. Take action. Personal inquiry. Where am I presently focusing? Knowing what's right and telling others about it might not be the best way of being. That's like if you're trying to be controlling. But it's asking you, like, where are you presently focusing? Are you focusing on the negative, like all in your woes, or are you focusing on action? It's about positive. Keywords: uniqueness, friendship, acceptance. Key ideas: alienating others, feeling alienated, seeking perfection, deeply desiring love, transformation ahead. So, the death card's about transformation. This is about like transformation. So your block is you allowing that transformation to happen. It's, by perhaps staying in your fears, or, it could be you're deeply desiring love. So that's why you need to open your heart and speak how you feel. That's where the green chakra would come in. Being hard on oneself. That negative self-talk, beating ourselves up, again, staying in the lowest instead of making a move to change things and not just thinking about it. Saying what you got to say, or you're going to be in this limbo for, it's already been too long. And we have gossip. I never met a person I didn't like. Inspirational message. Charmaine Chartreuse suggests that appreciating differences is key. This card is warning you that you may lose a valued relationship if you do not appreciate what you have. Personal inquiry. Charmaine is about prejudice and misunderstanding. What am I resisting? Again, resisting change, resisting completion by staying in the fears and the negative instead of opening up and taking that leap of faith and unleashing the burdens. Have the conversations, transcend what happened, free yourself from the karmic, move towards your destiny. Like it's hanging on, like when you have a tooth, when you were a kid and you had a tooth that was loose, and you would let that thing hang. I know I would, because I was always afraid. My mother would be like, let me pull it out. I'd be like, no! Well, some people would tie it to a string on a door. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how people did that. I would let that thing hang until it would just fall out. I'd be like, don't touch it. I would talk and it would be like swinging back and forth and stuff. But I was just so, and that's like what the masculine is doing. It's like hanging by a thread, but still hanging on to it. Instead of just ripping that, pulling that tooth out, just slamming the door on the old stuff and pulling that tooth out. That's what you need to do. Keywords: freedom. See? Free yourself. Dance and honor. Honor yourself. Dance with joy once you let it go. Support for your vision, lack of appreciation, refocusing your life, or a need to. Again, remaining focused, going for what you want, get out of the fears, don't be afraid to speak up, don't keep yourself stuck, letting your thoughts keep you stuck, or letting your fears keep you stuck. And then we have how to get past those blocks. Completion. A life comes to a spectacular close. Inspirational message. This is a reminder to cherish all the beauty in your life, including endings. Reflect upon the part in history and discover what you value most. Do not fear completion, embrace it. Personal inquiry. Am I present in the moment? How do I respond to the idea of completion? It's not like fearing what's going to happen and being in the future and then regrets of the past. It's like be in the moment and take action in the moment. Keywords are achievement, determination, and fulfillment. Key ideas: honoring your legacy, a natural ending to a grand adventure, a new beginning on the horizon, a new adventure, honoring those who give to us. And then we have rejection. It's the fear of not being picked or chosen. Personal inquiry. Am I working with or against my environment? Well, you're working against it if you're not taking action. Key ideas: others' approval, unsupportive environment, working alone, arrival of a teacher. Your spirit guides, your higher self, they've arrived to lead you in the right direction. And again, it's trying to protect oneself because you're fearful. And so they're saying, don't do that. Let your guard down. You know, get out of situations that aren't working for you or aren't supporting your highest good. You know, don't work against yourself. Or don't work against the energy. Let it flow. Let old things die so better things can begin. You know, you got the completion there. So that's for the masculine. And then, of course, the advice from the universe is Father. My true Father is God in heaven, who shines healing light upon me, my birth father, and our relationship. Now, the masculine could have some father issues. He also had mother issues. So, you know, you could have grown up in an environment where neither one were nourishing to you. You know, many twins come from abusive situations. So their views of love are askew, as you know from my video that I just put up, that helps address childhood wounds, recognizing them so that you can do the inner work, the shadow work, go to counseling, do whatever you have to do to resolve them so that you can be happier within yourself and in your relationships. Because, you know, it depends on the role models that you had in regards to love is how you function in your relationships. So whatever your deal was with your father, that is something that's needing to be healed and transcended because it's affected you, obviously, in a negative way. If your father was abusive, you know, whatever your situation was, or neglectful, or not there, or... And there was actually... Let's see. This card comes to you because your question is rooted in your relationship with your father. See? Even though this connection may not be immediately understood, this card acknowledges the link. Most likely, old emotions concerning your father are affecting your present situation. If a memory surfaces as you read this, trust this pathway to lead you to healing. Recalling a painful memory isn't pleasant, but it's important. It's an important step towards releasing negative patterns. If you have old, heavy-hearted feelings about your father, take a moment now to say, God and Mother Mary, thank you for helping me heal and release, you know, my father, whatever your father's name is, or the situation, the emotions associated with it, with my father, so that he and I can be free. So you're just asking to help heal and release, you know, feelings of hurt, anger, abandonment, resentment, whatever it is. If they were abusive, like I said, or they weren't there at all, just ask, you know, your guides, universe, to help you release that, because it does affect you in your relationships. As I mentioned in the video, and please, if you haven't watched it, I do recommend that you do, because it involves these wounds that we've been seeing in the readings. what twin flames go through because of these wounds, or what anybody goes through. I mean, it's psychology, Psych 101, as I started my new series. You know, it's human behavior. And, you know, what we imitate, what we see. So if we can recognize things or behaviors or patterns within ourselves that have been holding us back, that's what the universe has been asking you to figure out and to address. Because if this union can't come back together, or you can't get back together with anyone in a relationship until you heal those things within yourself that allowed you to be in situations that you were previously, or this situation. That's why stuff has to be discussed. The air has to be cleared. Boundaries have to be set, like clear intentions made. You know, what did you learn? What did I learn? You know, how do we make sure that things don't repeat? How can we help each other to stay on track? You know, whatever it is. But it's about doing the work. Just because you come back together, if that stuff's not addressed, you're going to find yourself in the same old. And we don't want that. So for the feminine, she's thinking abundance, sexual attraction, happiness, and vulnerable. So she's either feeling abundant and happy because the masculines reached out to her, and she's thinking she wants to be vulnerable and open up and all the rest. Let's see. Abundance. Oops. Abundance. Or she's wondering if it can be. We have denari, which is something we value. Or this is, you know, again, because we had this on that side. If this is what she's thinking, maybe it's because, you know, the masculines relayed the message. And he's been vulnerable, and he's saying how he values her and, you know, wants a relationship. And so that's why she's happy. Or again, this is what she's wanting or thinking or wondering if it's possible. It is hot as hell. It's like 94 degrees. 94 degrees on October 23rd. This is, I'm sorry. I'm from the East Coast originally, and I definitely miss the fall weather. You know, crisp air, leaves changing color. This like sunny and hot over here every day is, oh, I can't deal. Especially now, 94 in October. Come on, man. I just can't even deal. But anyway, I just brought it up as I'm sitting here hot, because when you do this work, you're channeling and you get hot. So feeling hot from the weather and feeling hot from this, I'm a bit toasty. I even got my little fan over here. I gotta do what I gotta do. Oof. Sexual attraction, we got bambino, new beginnings. So again, this could be the masculines express they want new beginnings, that they value you, you know, they've opened up, or you're wondering. Oops. There was more over here. I missed it. Jovine Fanciulla. Message from a distance. Someone who has regrets. Yeah, so I guess this is the feminine thinking in response to the masculine. Because some masculines will actually do what they're thinking. So good for you, masculine. Because remember, there are many people going through this cycle. And everything's happening at different times for everybody. That's why it seems every week not much has changed. Maybe some has changed and some haven't. So that's why we keep seeing similar stories. Vulnerable. Vecchia Signora. This is someone from our past. So someone's from our past is opened up and is expressing their sorrows. And how the universe wants her to think. They want her to think journey. They want her to embark on the journey. And they want her to reconcile. Or consider reconciling. And then we have greed. Because, you know, you're getting what you want. You're getting this message. You're finally getting what you've been wanting. So they're encouraging you to embrace the opportunity. Oops. Greed, we have la conversación, which is the conversation. bbLÄSSIἰΓS, which is celebrating, happy times. So they're telling you to celebrate. You know, you're going to get this surprise communication and to reconcile and go on the journey. And how the feminine is feeling. She's trying to trust. Situation's calling to have faith. And she's trying to keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type. And she's trying to call in her soulmate. Her prayers and affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. And then how she should how she should feel. We got soulmate. Because this is your soulmate. And they want her to be playful. And then you also have retreat. So they're wanting her to retreat off with the masculine and be playful. And what might be blocking feminine? Well, she's still feeling confused too. She's not sure if she wants to proceed or she doesn't. She feels like she's at an impasse because she's still struggling with forgiveness. And she's perhaps not believing in miracles. She's afraid to discover what things might lie ahead. any bad things that might pop up she doesn't want to deal with. So again, she's in her fears too. Even though there's a want, there's still a fear. Same as on this side. See? So let us see. Impasse. The path is obstructed. Reroute. Inspirational. This is a reroute, not an ending. The path is blocked and you are at an impasse, but the goal is still there. Do not wait for your present situation to change. Stay focused and find another plan. Personal inquiry. How adaptable am I? What does this card reveal about my feelings and my reaction to delays? Key ideas, change of direction, regroup and refocus, protection from harm, guardian angels, wisdom. Keywords, wisdom, opportunity, and surrender. So again, the impasse might be, just kind of struggling with forgiveness again, or for a little bit of a fear. Probably trying to protect oneself You know, fear of letting down the guard, protecting oneself from harm. Fear of an opportunity. And also, it's that stagnation too, in the waiting in the meantime kind of thing. Like they still don't want you to be, not to wait for the present situation to change. Like keep moving forward. So this way, again, you free up that energy so that it releases any blocks. And then we have forgiveness. We never forgive others, only ourselves for having judged them. Inspirational message. Rhonda's true essence lies not in Rhonda's the rhino. That's on the picture. Anyway, who's Rhonda? Rhonda's true essence lies in not harboring resentment. She transcends forgiveness because her focus is on her intention, not on her pain. Personal inquiry. This may be a time of family healing. Can I forgive myself for loving people who hurt me? Key ideas, wishes fulfilled, holding on to dreams, past wounding. Keywords, belonging, self-forgiveness, and fulfillment. Because of course you have to always, you have to forgive yourself too. Not kick yourself in the butt. I shouldn't have did this, or I shouldn't did that, or should, because you can't change the past. So that's why you got to just learn from it and move forward. Don't be stuck at an impasse. It has to be transcended. If for no one else but yourself the most, because you hold yourself prisoner in the woes, in the shoulda, woulda, couldas, or the resentments. It's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. You can't put a timestamp on healing. But what matters is at least you're working towards it. Try to make a conscious effort every day to release the pain that you still harbor from the hurt that other people caused. Try to forgive yourself for feeling naive or for letting things go, because again, you learned something in that process. So now you're a different person. And you have to, forgive them because it frees you. And it will be a time of healing, especially if this person is coming back. You can't move forward if you don't heal the past. That's why I said that the conversations need to be had so that the slate can be wiped clean. And then we have miracle. Integrity is what turns on the light. Do you let someone in, or do you pretend not to see them? You cannot shut out pain without shutting out pleasure. Kindness exists to lend magic to integrity. This is again about putting up those blocks, the impasse, within yourself. It's like because you're trying to keep love out, or you're keeping love out because you're trying to keep the pain out. Because again, it's fear. Same thing that this one was doing. Personal inquiry. The essence of inspiration is integrity. Can I be counted on? Key idea is being a light, lighting the way for others, coming miracles. Keywords, integrity, gifts, and reward. So, needing to forgive, needing to not fear the what might happens, guarding oneself to the point where we're blocking things out, keeping ourselves stagnant. Lighting the way, helping the masculine. And also believing in miracles or that things can change. Trying to trust the universe and not be pessimistic or non-believing, because that's projecting, that's putting that energy out there, and that's creating blocks. And then we have, obviously, because it's in the what's blocking you, we have discovery. I am more than I think I am. Inspirational message. Are you trying to recapture the past that no longer fits? If you are presently upset or struggling with a difficult situation, you may be seeking to keep something that is far less than what you deserve. This goes with old belief systems, resentments, negative feelings, living in the past. Yeah, instead of being now, like still struggling with what happened, and but it's not happening now. So try to be like in the present. Again, it's a releasing that needs to happen. And also seeking something that's far less than what you deserve. Now that could be if the person isn't, making any efforts, don't chase nobody. But this is a block for you. So this is seeking something far less than what you deserve, is perhaps seeking misery, seeking the lowest, staying in the stagnation, staying in the negative thoughts, and that's not what you deserve. You deserve happiness, joy. So that's for that one. Key idea is leaving the past behind, a readiness for a new adventure, a willingness to venture into uncharted territory, a new level of self-care. Keywords: uplift, journey, and commitment. Personal inquiry: am I happy in this situation? How is it benefiting me? The healing of predetermined agreements must be addressed. Awareness is healing. Predetermined agreements. This could mean soul contracts. If you're on a spiritual journey, that's why the universe tries to have you look at it from a spiritual perspective. But again, only if the other person is meeting you. This isn't like, you got to stick with it, ride or die, be dragged through the mud, even though you're in a karmic cycle or even though you're being mistreated. That's not what it's about. If that's what happens, you're to go on your own. Then I'm asking you to suffer for a spiritual connection. They're encouraging both of you to heal yourselves so you can come together, but not for one to suffer because the other one, it's like both have to be on the same page here for this to work. So, and if you're in a spiritual relationship where you have mission work here to do or something to do, they're wanting you guys to heal yourselves, not only for your own karma and journey and soul's evolution, but so that you can come together and do what you came here to do. Like because you had an agreement before you came in here with each other to take this journey together. So that could be what that's about. And how you can get through your blocks: just follow your passions. Sacral chakra. You have 2 sacral chakras here: third eye, solar plexus, and root. And then you have 2 heart chakras. So it's, again, releasing, same as the masculine. Needing to release the past, stop mourning what was. And if you want something else, make an effort towards that. And again, getting out of the victim mentality, because as I said in the video that I just did, it takes 2 to tango. You can't just point the finger. Everyone has a part. You get what you allow. So, the doer of the do is the worst of the two, but the one who stayed around and allowed it and made excuses for and kept chasing and kept doing cartwheels and kept doing all that stuff, you're just as much as to blame for your woes as, for what that person did, because you stayed in it. But it's all a learning experience. So they want you to ignite your passions again, figure out a way to forgive and release what you need to release. Let go of the grief. Get out of the victim feeling. Empower yourself because you've gained knowledge. Instead of, flip it around to a positive. Are you wiser now? Have you grown? Even though, yeah, it hurt. But through that, you became a changed person, or at least you should have, through the experience, if you really learned the lessons. So try to look at it as, if you had a soul contract with this person and this person says, you know what, I'm going to be the biggest asshole in your life, but I'm going to do it because we have some past life karma we have to shed. And it's also to help you transcend the karma that you incarnated with here, which is learning to love yourself. And by me being the asshole, you're going to wake up. And then once you wake up, you're going to wake me up. And that's hopefully both people wake up, because you're here to teach and learn from each other, about each other, the things that are within each other that need to be brought to the surface and healed, because it helps you on your journey. It helps you shed your karma. It's part of your soul lessons. So in that regard, somebody had to play the villain, so you kind of have to, they did their job. If you learn the lesson and you grew and it's putting you onto your path, or it's changing, they did their job. So in that instance, if there's a way to try to forgive, if that makes it easier to forgive, again, try to look at it as, be a little bit detached. I mean, you're human, you're having human feelings. You can't be too much in the spiritual, because that's not realistic. But try to, again, be like, well, they did what they were supposed to do, what we agreed, I mean, it isn't like every single detail, but the gist of what was supposed to transpire transpired. Now, how long you stayed in that's why there was a karmic cycle, because it took somebody a while for them to wake up and learn the lesson. So how long you stay in the cycle depends on where you are in your awareness of yourself and of the situation. So let's see if we can get some more insight here. Follow your passions. I quietly sizzle and shine. Keywords: passion, bravery, loyalty. Key ideas: following your passion, being authentic, taking a stand for yourself, being acknowledged, feeling ostracized by family, friends, being emotionally centered, strong feminine energy. A happy outcome. So it's standing in your power, standing in your feminine, divine feminine. Looking at it again from the spiritual perspective. Know that you went through a difficult thing and you passed the test, you passed the class, so get out of the woest part of it. Take it, I don't want to say take it on the chin, but it's you kind of, to help you move forward. Now, however way you got to look at it to help you move forward. This person did their job, and hopefully you're doing the job that you agreed to do by waking this person up. If they're waking up, which it looks like they are. Inspirational message: you are correct to feel passionate about your position. Follow your instincts, for you intuitively know what's right for you. Personal inquiry: are my daily actions supporting my real passion? What am I willing to stand for? This again means don't be stagnant. Keep doing you. And then we have grief. Grief is love without a place to go. Isn't that true? That is very true. Aww. It's sad. It's sad. Grief is love without a place to go. Aww. Oh, geez. Here we go. Anyway. Inspirational message: Penelope and Pickle. That's the little... Oh, look at the picture. She's her dog. Maybe her dog died or something. Oh, geez. Now we're going to get all depressed. Penelope and Pickle remind us that what we reveal, we can heal. Give yourself time. You will love again. If you honor your pain, it will change your life. Personal inquiry: is lingering grief preventing me from progress? What can I see in my heart? Key ideas: feeling grief, healing process, missing someone or something, being unafraid of sadness. Love is on the horizon. Keywords: love, commitment, and vulnerability. And then we have victim. No. Little dog. Victim: I am not a victim. I choose to do what I am doing. That's what I said. It was a choice. You got to get out of that victim mentality. Inspirational message. The green acorn indicates that being in denial may be holding you back. To move forward, you must make an honest assessment of your situation. Again, that's recognizing your role in it too. You get what you allow, and you can't blame the other person for keep on doing what they were doing if you were letting it happen. It takes two. Personal inquiry. How are my actions connected to my inability to create breakthroughs? Am I willing to make new choices in order to grow? Key ideas: feeling blocked, blaming others, past resentment, deluding yourself, potential for greatness. Keywords: growth, breakthrough, and empowerment. So I said, you feel empowered. If you've learned and you've grown, this person did their job. It's part of the soul contract. You've become wiser, maybe propelled you into doing something onto your path, your career, whatever it is. And had it not happened, it says everything happens as it should. It may suck big time, but what are you going to do? Anyway, and the advice for the feminine is health. My prayers for healing miracles have been heard and answered. So again, focus on healing. Healing your heart, healing your mind, healing your body. Doing your exercise, doing your meditation, relieving the stress and the sadness and the anger and the worry and anything that's not joyous. Present moment stuff. No more in the past and no fears of the future, because it hasn't even happened yet. And the advice for you both is caring. Heaven cares for me, and I keep my heart open to caring about myself and others in the world. So they want you to both to show how you care to each other, and also continue to care for yourself. And you also have love. Love is the answer to all of the questions. And then you also have trust. I know that God, in his infinite wisdom and love, is answering my prayers right now. So the universe is saying, trust them, express your love. You both are loved by the universe. They care for you both. They want you to care for yourselves and each other. And you also have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So masculine, if you haven't, or both, whoever it is, it's deceiving oneself. It's still keeping our feelings hidden. This has to end. The masks have to come off, because you have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So, in order to receive, one has to give. And what the masculine would like the feminine to know, triumph of Galatea. Triumph of Galatea. So let's see what this one says. A mythic beauty takes a ride, across the ocean she doth glide, friends and lover by her side, while I sit and coldly gaze, in envy at her carefree ways, and make designs to spoil her days. Hey! What's up with that? Better be spoiling in a good way. Not trying to ruin somebody because they're happy. Yeah, and it's sitting a coldly daze, like jealousy. Oh, you better get out of here with that, masculine. What's going on here? Let's see. A sea nymph and her admirers enjoy a magnificent chariot ride pulled by a pair of feisty dolphin fish. This miniature scene is set against the backdrop of a lovely lady's portrait, which suggests they are being watched. Divination message. You are being watched. Lately you have been having fun at the expense of getting the job done, and so far there have been no serious repercussions. But be warned, someone has been keeping an eye on you, and you will not get away with this kind of behavior forever. Perhaps she is jealous of your carefree ways, or simply irritated at your lack of responsibility. In any case, it is time to straighten up and do what you are supposed to do before you get called out. Antithesis. Do not be paranoid. You have been under a lot of pressure to perform, and it's starting to get to you. You feel your every move is being scrutinized, and each mistake could cost you big. Try to ease up a little. Everyone knows you are only human, and despite how it seems, you are not being judged so harshly. Now, this is interesting. This is what he wants her to know. So, maybe, I mean, it could be just like it said, because, you know, you could switch the energies around here. Masculine, feminine, I said it's not gender specific. You know, whichever side resonates with you, that's your main whatever. So it could be this, you know, for some, you know, it could be the feminine who's been the issue. Or this is the masculine not wanting the feminine to view him in a negative light, because of the things that he's done. And I said he again because I'm just, but you know what I mean, whatever, however it applies. Or again, this, don't be paranoid, don't be afraid, you know, like you have down here at the impasse, and being fearful and stuff. It's like, don't worry. Worry about, you know, if it's a mistake, or like, you know, being all the same. Well, it's like the same thing that they're doing, but, or they're asking not to be judged harshly. Like, don't try not to be, let's say, well, to be like kind of forgiving, you know, to not be so harsh in the judgments, or even in regards to, you know, struggling with forgiveness, struggling with, you know, not sure if you're wanting to take a chance, you know, again, scrutinizing everything, wondering if things are going to be a mistake. Let's see what the feminine wants the masculine to know. Haughty mermaid. $41. Oops. This is what the feminine wants the masculine to know. Your facade projects a hurting heart, detached from love, a self apart. Yet it is that what is felt inside, or is it? Yet is that what is felt inside, or is this front a veneer of pride? Others ask, of course, they do. What I have longed to ask you too. From where does this disdain arise? Why have you such conceited eyes? A contemptuous mermaid lounges in her pool, bored with her company and letting it show. She displays her disdain openly and comes across as conceited, detached, and catty through her facial expressions, body language, and aura. Divination message: take a long, hard look in the mirror. It is time to step back and take a long, hard look in the mirror, literally and figuratively. What are you saying to the world? Does your outward appearance reflect the inner you? Are you portraying yourself the way you want to be seen by others? Do you appear professional, unique, mature, quirky? Or is this look just convenient? This is a good time to update your personal style with a revamped wardrobe, new hairstyle, or perhaps sharp new accessories. This is also the time to think about your body language. Do you come across as open and friendly, sarcastic and stuck up, frumpy and sloppy? Pay attention to your posture and physique, as well as your facial expressions. Smile a little more, and great things might open up for you. Antithesis: just be yourself. You are overly concerned with how others see you, and this leads you to make unsound decisions. Focus less on how your physical appearance and your most minute actions are viewed by the public. Relax and just be yourself. Now, what she's saying is, you know, basically the front you put on, the mask that you wear, you know, for the world, because you're trying to protect yourself, or you hide your feelings, you know, and you're coming across as like you don't care and you're detached. You know, that's the message that you've been sending out, even though you feel a different way. So, you know, she's saying to you, you know, that if you want somebody to know how you feel, you're going to have to say something. You can't keep wearing a mask. You can't keep putting on a front. You have to be you. Just be yourself. You know, relax and say what you got to say. You know, or be all, you know, overly concerned or stressed out again, wondering what other people might think should you say what you're going to say. Because you were having that in the other readings too, saying like, if I say how I feel, I'll lose other people's love and affection. Like, she's trying to say to you, it don't matter. Like, if you're going to end that karmic situation, or, you know, friends or family might question, you know, what happened there, or what's, you know, it's like she's saying, don't worry about that. Follow your heart. Take off the mask. Do what you got to do, and just be yourself. Stop seeking perfection, you know, and trying to find the right things and the right moment and the right, just say it. You know, be yourself. So the masculines, you know, I said it's either the message that I gave. This is maybe for the masculine. The feminine is the one that's been more of the issue as far as mistreatment. But I think it's this one is more, they're asking to not, for you to not view them so harshly or judge them so harshly, to be a little open to the possibility of another chance. And the feminine is saying, hey, well, if you want another chance, take off the mask, reveal how you feel, be yourself, stand in your integrity, speak your truth. And that's it, people. It's already an hour. And on that note, I wish you love and light. I wish you well. I wish you healing. I wish you luck in regards to this and anything else you might be going through. Please check out again the video on the childhood wounding, because it might help you. Dealing with things within yourself, healing, the lessons and the karma and how that all works. I'll do more videos like that. I had a couple of topics already that some people sent in that they'd like to have discussed, including karmic relationships, like karmic issues with family members, not just romantic things. So maybe I'll do something on that. And I think there was one more. I have to check my emails. Now check that out. I'm going to be putting up the singles. I'll be putting up the monthlies, including the different signs. That's all going to be coming within the next week. So look for all of those. If you like a personal reading, all the information is below. Please like, subscribe, and share. And again, remember the readings are general. So if it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If you need to switch things around, switch them around. But until next time, take care, my lovelies. Bye-bye.